Hello, my crafty friends. You know, I've been working on a planner for 2019. I've done a couple of videos where I talked about it. A friend gave me a birthday gift, which was some stamps and some money, and she told me to buy stuff and make myself a planner. Um, and so I went and I gathered some things up, and one of the things I got was this that I found at a thrift store, and I thought that would be a perfect size for a planner. Um, let's see, how big is it here? It is 9.5 by 7.5. Seemed perfect, but when I got my papers in here, that I cut my papers like this. Whoops. And put them in here like that. And I thought, that's not going to be very easy to work on. I'm going to need 2 pages per week if I do it like that. And so I decided, let me move that out of the way, to move it into this planner because it was bigger and it would hold more paper, and I would work on it 2 pages, at a time. But I really, when I did my month calendar pages, I did them this way, and I really liked that better. And you can see that there's the holes for how they were supposed to go in the book. And so that would have necessitated me turning the book like this, the other book, and working on them. And I wasn't sure I liked that, but I went ahead and made them to do that anyway. And then I found this book for 57 cents at the thrift store. And I decided this is the book I'm going to use. So I'm on my 3rd cover. Sometimes a planner is not easy to do when you're trying to do. I've never made my own before. I've always used ones that I bought. But so far I did these pages on the jelly plate. Let's see if you can see these. Whoops, throwing stuff away here. Sorry. I have those things out because I need them to show you something, but okay. On the jelly plate, I did the front and back of these calendar pages, and then when I put them in here, I went ahead and put my holes here, so I still got holes at the bottom. Let me zoom out just a tad. There we go. I've still got holes at the bottom that I'm going to have to cover up with something. I don't know if I'll use washi tape or if I'll put yarn through there or make more holes, and I don't know what I'll do with them. But right now, the way I've got it set up is there's going to be the monthly calendar page there, so at a glance thing I can see things. And then each page like this is going to be 1 week. And what I'm using this planner for is planning my art projects, my videos for YouTube, the swaps in my Facebook group, and just trying to keep track of the different projects that I'm working on or things I want to work on, and see if I can maybe be productive and get more done if I have kind of a plan going. So right now, my plan for my planner is to have in each month, you've really got 5 weeks. Some of them are partial weeks. In January, the week, Sunday and Monday of this week will be from December. But then I've got 4 full weeks here, except here, these 2 days will be in February. So I decided to just go ahead and plan to have pages for 5 weeks. And the weeks that are not whole weeks, I'll just do the partial ones that belong in this particular month. And then I'll also have an extra page back here that I can use to take notes or do whatever I want to with. So I'll have 1 page for each week and an extra one. And that's just the way I'm going to do it. Plus, I'll have this page, the back of the calendar page that I can do something to. So that's my plan at the moment. So now I was deciding, I want these to be painted. I want them to be pretty, but I want to be able to read over the top of that. And the jelly plate stuff it's pretty, but you couldn't actually read over it. So I decided I was going to use sprays. And since I took out some of the pages, I didn't need as many pages, I went ahead and practiced on some of them. And I got out these Delusion sprays, which I love, but the colors are so intense. I wrote on it, but you can't hardly see where I wrote. That's not going to work for a planner page. Now here, where I did something different, I used a different kind of stuff, and I really, really watered it down. Then I can, I can see what I wrote on this page. But, and then here's some more where I was just trying to water it down, but it's still pretty dark. This one I used a combination of the Delusion sprays and these powders, which are Primary Elements by Color Art. And I love these powders. And here's just some more mess that I was playing with. Now, when you get over here, these are the Color Arts powders. And some of them have a lot of sheen. This one doesn't have a huge amount of sheen, but for this one, I sprayed my Primary Elements on my plastic, and I was doing the smack 'em drag 'em thing that I'm not sure if that's exactly how Dee Dee says it, but where you spray the stuff and then you just wipe your page over it. And that's what I was doing for these. But and this turned out pretty good, except there's this this shiny sheen to it that wipes right off. So that's not going to work. It's beautiful, but it won't work for what I want. And I did some more, trying to see if I cut down the amount of sheen, but it's just still everywhere. Same here, only it's pink, Now this one I sprayed with workable fixative, and that worked better. It doesn't hardly come off. So that's an option, is to use the Color Arts Primary Elements, and they're so shiny it's hard to see in the camera, but and then spray workable fixative over them. But I really wanted to not have to do that extra step of spraying the workable fixative over them to keep them shiny. So I went back to the Delusions, and this time I filled a bottle up to about here with water, and then I put about that much of the Delusion spray in here, and I just did 3 colors, these 3 here, and crushed grape, funky fuchsia, and vibrant turquoise. And I diluted all of those down a ton. I mean, there's just like this much, in the bottle, and then the rest is water. And I did the smack 'em drag 'em thing with that, and it's still very, very vibrant. And I think I even squirted it just a little bit with water, and then I squirted it more with water and more with water. And I think I finally found something that I like, that I think I can use as a background. This one's, I still think, a little bit too dark, but these I can write over, and I can see what I'm writing. I think I won't have any trouble writing over those. And I think ink from the ink pads will show up on them and everything. So that's what I'm going to do for my weekly pages. And I only have 4 of these Delusion sprays. The one I haven't fixed yet is the cherry pie. But it's not my favorite. I like these 3 the best. So right now I'm going to start out and do these, and then I may intersperse some of these Primary Elements pages with them. So I think what I'm going to end up with is things more like this. Maybe do them together and get something like this. So these are the things I'm planning to do for my pages in my planner. And I'm going to pause and set everything up, and I'll make a few for the real ones. These are all practice sheets that I'll use for something else. They're pretty. They'll get used for something. And I'll take the ones out of my planner and get all ready to do that, and then I'll come back and show you how I'm doing it. So I'm looking forward to it. Now I'm getting this far. In the next, couple of weeks, I've got to really get going and get this project done. Trying to do that and December dailies and one other project that I've decided I have got to do. I just cannot. I was just so excited by it that I can't put it off. And I'm going to do another video to introduce that one to you. But anyway, I've got a lot to do in December. So luckily, most of my Christmas shopping is done, and we don't do a lot of Christmas baking anymore because we're not eating things made with sugar and grains, and most of your Christmas baking is made that way. So I'm making beef jerky instead, and I am making some English toffee, and we're giving a combination of those away instead of giving as much English toffee. That way we'll give you the people that we're giving our gifts to, we'll give those two things instead of just a bunch of toffee. Okay, I'm going to pause for a minute and get all ready. Okay, I decided there's some colors here that I'm not used to using. I haven't used any of these in a while, and I want to know what they look like before I commit my my pages to them. So I'm gonna try them out on some of my practice pages. And we're going to start, I'm going to do them one at a time because these primary elements have more than one color of pigment in there. And you can mix these into sprays, and there's a pigment binder that you can use when you do that. And that works really well. But when you're doing this for, I got a phone call. Pause a minute. Okay, sorry about that. My mom called, and I need to talk to her. So I've sprinkled out this one, and this is called Ginger Peach. I think that's the one I sprinkled. Oh, dear. It looks like it. We're going to say that's it. Yeah, this is Ginger Peach. And I don't want it to be really dark, so I'm spraying a lot of water on it. And I don't know how Dee Dee does her smacking dragons, if she just picks it up and walks away, or if she plays with it like I'm playing with it. But this is what the Ginger Peach looks like, and that'll be definitely right overable. I'm gonna hang it up here so it will. I might as well do another one. Well, we'll go. Ooh, okay. Let's get it on the front too. Why not? Okay, my hands are going to be really gross. But it'll be pretty. Don't want to waste any of it. My clothespin was not being happy. All right, let's wipe this off and try a different color because I want you to see the different colors. And then I may try mixing a few of them. Okay, where are the ones? Okay, these are the ones I wanted to try. Those I know what they do, so. Okay, I'm going to put even less this time because we had way more than enough for one last time. It just doesn't take much, and you gotta. This one is nutmeg. If you want to vintage something up, this nutmeg will work for that. It's got some green in it, but it's mostly brown. Don't think I want that on my calendar pages, so we won't use the nutmeg. I like it for something else, but not for that. And then the last one is called Olive Vine. And this is a mixture of greens, I'm pretty sure. It's really a pretty bright green. It's not what I would necessarily call olive, but knocking down everything. That's sliding all over the place. Okay. That's a pretty color. It might be pretty mixed with some blues. So I'm going to put nutmeg and ginger peach up. Well, I might. Oh, I think I like the ginger peach, but I'm going to put the nutmeg up. Just for kicks. Let's put that down and pick up a little bit of it. I don't know what I'll do with this paper, but okay. There's when you put it on top of the blue and purple. I don't know if you can see. Once it dries, it'll look even better. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do one of each of the other three colors before I start mixing anything so you can see what they're like. I have one more practice sheet here. And I've got two blues and a purple. Plumera is the purple, Stargaze is the lighter blue, and Teal Zirconian is the darker blue. We'll start with the darker one. Okay, that's maybe what this is right here on the on the front. Maybe that. Okay, I didn't put a whole lot out this time, and it really shows. So let's see if we can pick up some more of it. It's pretty pale, but I think it'll still be pretty. But this is another practice sheet, so it's not a big deal. And that was the Teal Zircon. This is the Stargaze. I'm going to do a little more because of that last experience. Those mixed together would probably be really pretty. Okay, this one I hope turns out because I'm going to have to use it. These are my real pages. See, before I did mix them, and I think I definitely want to mix them. It's real pale. Okay, I'm going to let that dry, and then we may come back over it. It picked up a little bit of that green that was around the edges. But I think my idea of not putting very much in there wasn't such a great idea. All right, let's try the purple one. I'm gonna. It's funny how some of them come out in a real fine powder and some of them come out in clumps. I'm not sure what the difference is. Woo! That's very powerful. Okay. Wow. I hadn't tried that color when I was doing it before, so I didn't realize how strong that is. I need to see if we can get some of it to run off. Got stuff everywhere now. All right, let's go ahead and do both sides. Okay, now if we do this again, we'll know it's not purple, it's red. I mean pink, very, very fuchsia-y. I'm gonna add a little bit of blue to what's on there right now, but not a lot. I'm gonna add a lot more water. And let's see if we can. Okay, see, that's more like what I was looking for. I like that. Okay. Yep. That's good. That's good. So we've got some that's going to drip off. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull that up on another one. Okay, these do get kind of muddy if you mix them. But we're going to go ahead and call it good. And I'm going to do a little bit of the Plumera. And a little bit of this Stargazer. Should have put gloves on when I was doing this. Because see, that's why. That's why gloves would be a good idea. Okay, we're going to let that one go just like that. And I'm going to add a little bit more Stargazer. All right, I like that. That's a good combination. And it's not very dark, so it'll be easy for me to write on, which is good. Sometimes it just takes some doing it. I'll let some of them run back down. Okay. Now we've done some with that. Now I'm going to show you some of them with the diluted delusions. And I'm going to dilute this down some more because that's really strong. Even though it's really diluted. It's like diluted, I'd say 7 to 1 or something, and it's still really, really strong. Oh, that looks good. Let's go ahead and pull up. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to do some more of that and the purple one. Well, I think that's, yeah, that's more purple than what I used before. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to leave it just like that. Excuse me. That's pretty. And I'm out of clothespins. So I'm going to call this good enough to give you an idea of what I'm doing. After I get them all done and in the book, then I'll show it to you and we'll go on to the next step. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye. God bless you.